Hey, I'm Molly Sims.
And I'm Emma Gormley. We're two girls obsessed with one thing, beauty.
And by that, we mean everything that makes you look
And feel
beautiful.
We're calling on our favorite health experts, industry insiders, and friends to answer all your beauty questions.
With a drink in hand.
Definitely with a drink in hand.
You're listening to Lipstick on the Rim with Molly Sims. On our way here this morning, this one to my right, if you guys can't see us, we're sitting next to each other on a couch. Her stomach is gurgling so loud that she's like, does your stomach ever gurgle?
Mine makes the loudest noises all the time.
All the time. And we've been talking about it. And a few months ago, I was in Cabo. And if you follow me on social, I had a very bad bout of gastritis. And I know we talk a lot about health and wellness and what to do and what not to do. But I think today's episode is going to be really important because we are bringing it back to gut health. Right?
Hot girls have IBS.
Hot girls have IBS. It is literally one of the most requested episodes. And honestly, I'm so intrigued because we haven't really talked about this in over a year and a half. And I think people
are more comfortable talking about it too.
And gut health issues are more common than ever. And everybody's always struggling with answers. But today's guest, which we're very excited, she is the answer. Bethany Cameron is breaking it all down, what really causes those flares, what foods are actually healing, and what to avoid. After nearly dying from a cascade of chronic digestive issues, she healed herself without meds, feeding tubes, or restrictive diet. She's now the host of the Digestive podcast, author of best-selling gut-friendly cookbook, and founder of Bethany's Pantry. And she has her own supplemental line. I've talked way too much. But we're going to be really talking about debunking gut irritants, healing foods, how to reduce flares and inflammation, and the ingredients you need to look out for. We're so excited. I literally just 2 months ago had a massive bout of gastritis where it was like literally a tornado in my stomach, and something down there sets it off. And I have no idea what it is. And we're constantly talking. She's like, does your stomach ever growl to the point where
my daughter heard it across the room.
It's not that uncommon.
I know.
It isn't.
Would you say, I almost feel like so many women right now have gut issues and we're talking about it all the time.
Every single person has had gut issues, and more than ever, people are dealing with it and they're super silent about it.
And your story is pretty powerful. Can you kind of take us back of what, led you here? Because it was personal reasons that you dealt with for many years with your gut that actually, it's where you are today.
Yeah. So back in my early 20s, I wasn't really into health and wellness. And long story short, I got married at 20 years old. He left me shortly after that. And I wanted to really, quote, revamp myself. Of course, I was a little depressed at first, but then I started working out. I started going to the gym and wanted to get, quote, healthy. And of course, a lot of gym junkies, they consume protein bars, protein powders. They think that they are fueling their body right when really it's just all marketing. And it just makes me so mad and furious because so many people are deceived. And I started consuming things that I thought was good for my body, but I was not educated at the time. I looked at macros. I did not look at ingredients, and it wrecked me. And it wrecked me so much that I started eating more and more of just processed foods, frozen meals, bars on the go. And it got to the point where I couldn't digest food. My digestive system stopped. And it was called gastroparesis, which is paralysis of the stomach. And so what happens is you eat food, it doesn't go anywhere. And your stomach muscles are supposed to contract and move food through like a snake, right? So my stomach muscles, they were paralyzed. I always get emotional, even thinking about it. And so whenever I would eat food, it would just sit there and rot. And I would burp up this gross, eggy sulfur smell. And I went to top of the line doctors, Cedars-Sinai. They did all the tests, all the scans. They did diagnose me with gastroparesis and, of course, IBS, which is such a common blanket statement.
Right.
And they really didn't have answers for me or a resolution. They gave me medication. I think I took it for like 2 days and I had a really bad side effect. So again, fast forward, I found a holistic doctor who was a family friend at the time. And he really taught me what nutrition was. And we slowly introduced a diet that I could digest. I had to puree everything at first. I pureed my meat. I cooked my beef, pureed it in a blender.
Baby.
Like a baby. Exactly like a baby.
To reset your digestive tract, correct?
Correct. Because my gut was so compromised and so wrecked that it couldn't digest food. And a lot of people today, I don't care if you eat the cleanest diet, we're not chewing our food. And you should be able to drink your food. And I'm not saying eat a pureed diet all the time. But what I'm saying is you should be able to swallow your food and it should be pureed.
By the time it reaches
right
down your tract.
Our mouth is part of our digestive tract. Chewing, the saliva, that is the start of digestion. And today people are just eating in the car.
I know.
They're not paying attention.
I think what you said
They're
also
gulping,
about
basically.
about the bars. Like everybody's like, oh, I'll grab a bar. Like I'm not a huge person with bars. Like I don't think it's a meal. I don't think like every now and then I love the Sakara that I'll have that every now and then, but I'm not a huge bar just honestly because it doesn't taste real.
And I mean, bars can be helpful if it is super clean and you're eating like top quality, but most aren't. Most are shelf stable.
What are some of your favorite bars that you do like?
You know, I recently found this one. It was called RAR Bar, like RAWR. And they're refrigerated. They're plant-based. They don't have any gums or natural flavors or no stevia, which we can get into. A lot of things that are typically in bars to preserve them. There's a few other ones. I think there's like Papa Steve's or something like that. I've seen them in Erewhon. But they can be helpful. But honestly, like just grab an apple.
Yeah.
Get a banana. Like that's nature's candy.
All right, let's start. What are some signs of inflammation that aren't so obvious? Besides your burping, you're not being able to go to the bathroom, you've got that kind of like heavy bloated feeling.
The not so obvious signs, if we're like not talking about constipation or diarrhea, like we don't know, skin inflammation, just being tired, brain fog. Because if you're not pooping every day, you're going to get brain fog because you feel it's toxic to your body. Like I'll be one. I poop every single day.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I literally cannot think straight.
I've been traveling. I flew here and whenever I fly, my entire system is like out of whack. I'm normally a regular like morning goer. And now I'm like, nope, haven't.
Yeah. And you should be pooping. If you're having 3 meals a day, ideally, you should be going 3 times a day. I know not everyone does, but once a day and ideally at the same time every day.
Is there something you suggest like taking, like I take magnesium at night. That's supposed to help you go to the bathroom. Are there supplements that you do recommend that work to help aid in going regularly?
Yeah. So if you're constipated, because I know it's either constipation or diarrhea, or sometimes a lot of people alternate and they have both. But I think constipation is a huge deal. Let's go back to the basics. Are you hydrated? Are you drinking enough water? Are you eating bars that have no water in them? Are you eating, are you snacking? Because I feel like that can actually constipate you. Mm-hmm. For me, every person's different. So sometimes snacking can help. So as far as supplements go though, I mean, yes, magnesium can help. I don't really, maybe a probiotic if you are looking for that. But I really think it comes down to being hydrated, not being stressed, and it's not really what you are doing, but what you're not eating.
Okay, so let's talk about your day. Like, what do you eat in a typical day?
Okay, so my days are always different. So I'm a recipe developer, and some days I am tasting all day because I'm cooking food and I'm having to taste my food and test it. And so those days I typically don't have a meal because that's what I'm doing all day. Other days I have lunch, dinner. Some days I'll have a big breakfast and I'm not hungry until dinner.
But are you vegan, vegetarian? Do you work, are you protein, like meat, like what, paleo? Like, are you anything specific or a little bit of everything?
No, I'm a little bit of everything. The only dairy I really do consume is yogurt because it's cultured. So a lot of people, if they can't do dairy, they can typically do yogurt because it is fermented or kefir or something like that. I don't do a lot of stretchy cheeses, maybe a little cottage cheese.
Let's break down IBS. Let's talk about nutrition. What are some really good things every single day that you should do for IBS or like for gut health?
So I know everyone's different, and what works for me may not work for you, right. But for what I do is I intermittent fast, and I do air quotes intermittent fast because in the morning I have either coffee or a non-caffeine like Dandy blend or a tea, and I will put a good amount of fat in the coffee. Let's just say
like an MC, like an oil,
ghee.
like ghee. Okay.
Yeah. I'll do goat milk ghee, and I'll also do some grass-fed gelatin. Okay. I'll put that in a blender. I'll whip it up, and I've got my protein, I've got good fats, and I have a coffee. I cannot have plain coffee on an empty stomach, but I can do this on an empty stomach. And I will have that with some unsweetened chocolate. And that holds me over until about 11 a.m. And then I will either have a smoothie or I'll have leftovers from the night before.
And what's in your smoothie?
Okay. So I always start it with some Greek yogurt, which is protein. That's good, like 20 grams of protein right there. And then I always have a protein powder, whether it's my own protein powder.
Are you like pea, like a vegan powder? Do you have one?
I have my own protein powder line.
Oh, great.
And it's called Bethany's Pantry. It's by Nuzes. And I created it for digestive discomfort, digestive health.
Oh, I'm going to get it.
I brought you guys some.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, it's here. So
can kids use it as well?
It's kid friendly. It's elderly friendly. And this actually helps you go to the restroom. And it's something that I always forget because I have it so often. But a lot of my followers on Instagram, they're like, I'm constipated and this always helps me in a good way, not in like I got to go to the bathroom way.
Yeah. Okay. So Greek yogurt, your
protein.
Bethany's Pantry, protein. Okay.
Or I'll also do, there's another protein brand. It's like beef protein. So I'll alternate.
Okay.
And then I always do 2 different produce and I swap them out. And it's like papaya is one. Okay. And then steamed, then frozen cauliflower. And the reason I steam it, then freeze it is it's easier to digest. If I do raw cauliflower, it wrecks me. But when you steam it, it not only hydrates it, so it actually absorbs more water, but then it's easier to digest and break down.
So you steam it really quickly, then you freeze it overnight. Mm-hmm. So you just make batches, correct?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I prepare all of my smoothie ingredients. I cut up the papaya, I steam it, and then we're good to go. And then I'll do ice. And that's a good at least 40 grams of protein. And I don't add any water because I like to make my smoothies extremely thick.
Mm-hmm. I love a thick smoothie.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you are drinking your smoothie in 5 minutes, you're doing it wrong. And that's why a lot of people say they get bloated from a smoothie is because they're drinking it. Like it takes me an hour to eat my smoothie. And I say eat. And think about it. If you have all the components of a smoothie on a plate, how long would that take you to eat versus drink? So you should be a good 20 minutes at the very minimum. It should take you 20 minutes to consume a smoothie that you make. It takes me an hour.
Okay, so say you're not doing a smoothie, what would you have for lunch?
I'll have some grass-fed beef, an avocado. I don't do a lot of gluten, but maybe some leftover rice. Okay. And here's a tip. If you do eat rice, make sure it's cooled, because that's resistant starch and that feeds the good bacteria in your gut. So any kind of starch like potatoes, rice, if you cook them, then cool them in the fridge, eat them the next day, it actually turns into resistant starch. And there's, I don't want to say less carbs, but it converts and it's better for your gut. It's actually better for digestion.
And then for dinner, kind of the same thing, a protein.
I'm always protein forward. I'm not carnivore.
Right.
I'll sometimes do low carb. I'll sometimes do high carb depending on my cycle. But for dinner, yeah, some good protein, whether it's chicken or beef, a good veggie. But if I eat a vegetable, it is always steamed. I never eat raw vegetables. And I do limit my vegetables. I don't eat kale. That wrecks my gut. I'm very anti-kale.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Wow. I love my kale.
Why?
It just wrecks your gut. For me.
For you.
Some people.
Does it not for some people?
If you don't have an issue with it, here's the thing.
I don't know what I have an issue with now. That's the problem.
Issue with.
I think I have an issue with everything and nothing.
If you don't have an issue with it, then there's no need to take it out of your diet. But if it's something that you're eating regularly and you're always having like issues and you don't know what's causing it, I would highly recommend taking kale out of your diet and seeing if it changes.
It sounds to me like, I think, let me see how to phrase this. I have gut issues probably like a couple times a week, right? But I don't know what's causing it. So it almost feels like I need to write everything down. Do you recommend that to sort of see what you're eating and then like kind of track, like almost journal your gut?
Journaling is great. I think that for the right person, it can be a very helpful tool. Elimination diet. I think we all know what that is. It's basically you cut everything out and you just like eat eggs and avocado. And like, if you're doing okay with that, then add one more thing, maybe add a fruit. Some people don't do good with apples. Like every person is so individualized. Take dairy out of your diet. A lot of people
eat a lot of dairy.
I really don't.
I eat a little bit of cheese here and there, but I do. If I do, it's almond milk, or I don't really.
Yeah, I'm not.
My creamer is all non-dairy. Nothing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much dairy you eat.
I don't eat a lot of dairy at all.
I eat a lot of dairy.
No.
Cheese is a huge constipator.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of cheese.
What about bananas?
It's interesting you say that because it depends on how ripe the banana is. I personally eat green bananas because it's resistant starch.
Right. Okay.
It feeds your good bacteria. And there's less sugar. There's hardly any sugar
So
in the green
as it gets darker, shall I say, it actually has more sugar. It's sweeter.
It is. And that can be good too because it has more vitamins. So it just really depends on what you want out of your day and what you want out of the banana. Now, as far as constipation goes, some people swear bananas constipate them. They don't for me.
Well, isn't it part of your brat diet? If you have,
I don't think I've had 5 bananas in the past 6, 8, 10 months. I literally had to have, I could not get anything down me. So I would make a protein, vanilla, banana, like very simple. And that's all I could get down with for like hours last week.
So did it help you though?
It did. It helped me stop going to as much.
Okay. Well, see, and there you go. If anyone is struggling with diarrhea, even if your kid has diarrhea, you know, it really helps. Carob powder.
What is it?
Powder.
Yeah. Carob, C-A-R-O-B. And it's
how do you use it?
It's a chocolate alternative. So there's no caffeine in it.
Oh.
And it comes from the carob bean. And it comes in a powder just like cacao powder. Or people make carob chips, like chocolate chips out of it. And it really, if you mix that with a little Greek yogurt, I swear by it.
Oh, my kids would devour that.
Yeah, it's great if you have kids. Again, on the opposite side, if you're constipated, pears can help. So
Pears. I love a pear.
you know, just eat pear with carob and you'll be spot on.
Digestive enzymes. I used to go to this place called We Care. Once a year, I'd go for 3 or 4 days. I did it and then I started having kids. Now I actually want to go back. Haven't been in a couple of years, but they always give you the digestive enzymes. I know. Is it a fad?
She just eye rolled for those asking.
All right. I mean, if you want me to kind of expose a few things that people probably don't want to hear about, not just enzymes, but ingredients in your food. So if you can get enzymes from natural sources like papaya, kiwi, pineapple, and mango. Papaya, kiwi, pineapple, mango. If you just eat those fruits, and I actually, in my book, it's called My Digestive Boost, and I blend all those fruits together and it makes a smoothie, and I pour them in like a 4-ounce cup, like little
shot glass,
little shot glass, and I freeze them. So like they're little mason jars. I pop them in the freezer, and then I just take one every day.
Now, do you put like any like turmeric? Because a lot of people are doing like those turmeric bombs or nothing like that.
You don't need it. All those digestive enzymes in those specific fruits can help you digest carbs, fats, and proteins. And those different fruits contain all the enzymes for all of that.
Papaya, mango, kiwi, and pineapple.
Yes, with the skin. Kiwi with the skin.
Kiwi with the skin. Okay.
Yeah. Just make sure you wash the outside. You can't even taste it.
You can't even taste it.
No, it's great.
And my middle daughter, her favorite fruits every morning I have to cut up are pineapple and mango. Like that is her favorite breakfast combo.
They're delicious. And all you need is like 4 ounces a day. And I get it. People are busy and they just want a little enzyme that they can just pop in their mouth and go, or they're traveling, right? Now, I'm not to say that all digestive enzymes on the market are bad, but a lot of them are derived from mold. So if
you say mold?
I did say mold, as well as citric acid, which I can get into too. So if you see citric acid, it's derived from black mold.
Oh my God.
So
is that across the board? Citric acid is from black mold?
Yes. Unless you contact the company and you ask them where it's sourced. It's developed from, it's pretty gross.
Okay.
But going back to the enzymes. So manufacturers, scientists, they have discovered ways to create, quote, the same product or the same enzyme, culturing it and pulling it from mold. And it does have the same chemical structure. And if you even look, I've looked on the back of digestive enzyme bottles, and I have even a reel on my Instagram showing people. It'll say like papaya digestive enzymes, and then it'll say like bromelain, right? You know, like bromelain, that's an enzyme. And then in parentheses after bromelain, it'll say from aspergillus, and aspergillus is a mold. It's a fungus. So if you see that in parentheses, and some companies, it's not by law, it's not, you don't have to disclose it.
Right.
But some companies, they do, which is helpful. And it will say derived from aspergillus, derived from Niger. That's another, like, it's just, it grosses me out.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
I stay away from digestive enzymes, and I try to just get it from Whole Foods. And what did we do before we even had digestive enzymes? Like,
we ate Whole Foods.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are a few ingredients you always recommend avoiding? Citric acid.
Citric acid, yes, for sure. People are going to hate me for this. I mentioned citric acid. It's derived from mold. Stevia.
I agree with you.
It's a hot one. People think, well, it's stevia. It's from a plant. Well, I removed it from my diet. My headaches went away. My bloating went away. I stopped craving sweets, but stevia is one of them.
Okay.
Added fiber.
Added fiber.
If you see hickory root, inulin, any kind of added fiber that is added to a protein bar or cereal or bread or anything like that, they put that in there. It's not supposed to be in there. So that's extra fiber that is, it's not naturally in there. I'm not anti-fiber.
Right.
But if there's fiber in an apple, amazing. But if it's added, it's not supposed to be there.
What are some of the biggest myths about IBS or gut issues that you wish more people knew about?
Sadly, a lot of people are suffering in silence. And if you haven't experienced it, you really can't relate.
Well, you're hearing more and more about IBS,
You are.
colitis, bleeding, inflammation. Like everyone is, I have to say, to Rosie's credit, like this was one of our most asked, like, help me with gut. I need gut healing. Like, and now there's 94 bloat, supplements on the market. I mean, people are starting, I think, to whisper and starting because they're having real problems. Why do you think? Is it because we've now just fast food, preservatives, we've just kind of gone the other way?
Yeah. I mean, it's sad because a lot of people are misled, and literally, like, I'm getting emotional because my heart goes out to people, and people are misinformed. Companies are tricking them, and they're banking on this. Like, they're like, hey, like this is an industry. Let's capitalize on all of this and let's make anti-bloat things, which I get. But a misconception is that it's just bloating. It's just a little gas. Get over it. If anyone has experienced like gut-wrenching pain from just gas, it is so painful.
Yeah.
And like, I've had it. I've experienced it. I wish I could break wind. Like, there's times where like, I wish I could just release this gas, but it won't come out.
Right.
It's like your intestines are twisted and you wish you could just have relief, and it's not happening. It's hard, and people don't understand. They're like, oh, it's just a little gas. Like, get over it.
No, it can be very, very painful.
Very painful. I mean, and think about, babies, like when you have a little baby, like you have to massage their bellies when you can tell that they're
you start
to
to
help
get
them.
colic. Are there any supplements you do recommend?
For sure. Yeah. I think every person is different in what, I can't say like a blanket statement for everyone. We're all at different times. Sometimes we're menopausal, sometimes we're young, we're athletes, but I would say
Let's break it down. An athlete. What would you recommend?
definitely collagen. I mean, I take collagen every day.
Is it
Do you
your
like
collagen?
a brand? I take Vital Proteins.
Okay, so I take Equip Foods.
Equip. Okay.
Equip Foods, they have double the amount of collagen, unflavored always. That's something that I just want everyone to know. Like, if there's a flavored protein powder or item or something like that, I always get the unflavored because I stay away from natural flavors and gums. Gums are a big gut irritant. I know we're on a different subject, but just I want to say stay away from gums. Guar gum, xanthan gum, locust bean gum. If it's a gum, it's going to make you bloat.
Great.
But yes, collagen for athletes. It's of course good for your joints. And even if you're not an athlete.
And how do you take your collagen within a smoothie and your coffee?
Smoothie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say for perimenopausal, you're in your 40s, you're 5-10 years before things are happening, early 50s.
I'm 35. So I'm not experiencing that yet. So I don't know what I don't know.
Right.
But I would say definitely, I know protein is huge and that's not really a supplement, but I would definitely get in your protein.
What's something you used to believe about gut health that you no longer do?
Ooh, I like this question. I have definitely evolved in my thought process. And I couldn't say it would be one thing, but what I have loosened the reins on is that not everything works for everyone. And as I get older, I eat differently from when I was like, even 5 years ago.
What do you think the biggest change in your diet would be from 5 years ago?
I think it's eating just, I can't even say more whole foods. I would say just more protein and fat. But when I was younger, I would eat a lot more carbs. And I'm not saying carbs are bad. Like, I would probably eat a lot more rice, a lot more this. But when you're younger, you're doing more things. And there's different times in our lives where, my diet literally changes week to week. Like, some weeks I'm cycling, and so I feel like I need more of this or more of that. And other weeks I'm more active, but what I have learned is that everyone is in a different place in their life where they need different things.
If you had to clean out your pantry, what's going to be first? If a mom here is listening, you're like, I want 5 things that I need to throw out of my pantry, what would that be?
I mean, I'm anti-peanut, so I would say peanut butter. It's very inflammatory to the skin, to the gut. It's very high in mold and toxins, aflatoxins. It's been known to cause cancer. So I would say peanuts, even if you don't have a peanut allergy.
Right.
And yeah, like as you were saying, it's not necessarily the product. It's
what's in it.
If you see gums, natural flavors. I mean, I'm not anti-sugar. I'd rather have cane sugar than stevia.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
so everything in moderation if it's a real food.
What are your top 5 healing foods for the gut?
I mean, I know everyone thinks of bone broth. And I think it can be very helpful, especially because it's a liquid. And if you're in a like dire state and you feel like I just can't eat anything, like I can barely drink water, then bone broth can be very beneficial. You just have to look out for ingredients because again, bone broth, certain brands, they have natural flavors. They have all these things. So if it's good quality, I think it can be helpful. I think you should still have caution with it because maybe it's something new and your body needs to get used to it. I would personally, Greek yogurt was a huge healing food for me.
Bone broth, Greek yogurt.
Do you ever do like kefir or what is it, like sauerkraut, like a kraut or anything like for fermented things for your gut?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. It's funny you say that because sauerkraut, just anything, kimchi. Yeah, it doesn't benefit me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I actually used to drink kombucha like nobody's business. And it gave me a horrible overgrowth of yeast because it's fermented. And if you do fine with kombucha, that's fine, but it's very high in yeast.
It is one of those, I think I remember reading somewhere that too much kombucha is not good for anyone, period, right?
Yeah. And I mean, if you're making it at home, great. But a lot of the kombucha that's in the stores, the good bacteria, it's already dead.
Okay, little time for some rapid fire. What's one food you'll never touch again?
Fast food in general.
Go-to comfort food.
A wet burrito.
Oh,
Oh, wow. What's something you can't live without?
My coffee gelatin concoction in the morning.
Workout classes, gym, or hot girl walks?
Hot girl walks.
do you work out?
Not regularly.
Are you a caller, a texter, or do you FaceTime?
Can I say voice text?
We always ask every guest before they leave, if you could give advice to your 10-year-old self, what would it be?
Don't stress.
Yeah.
I know.
Isn't that amazing how at 10 we stress? Like I watch it with my 10-year-old.
I am getting your cookbook, Bethany's Pantry.
And your supplements.
And your supplements. I'm going to try all of it.
I should have brought you my book. I don't know why I didn't.
Oh my God, don't worry. We were talking about summer, getting ready for summer. And, you know, it is that time where my kids will just eat so much. It's like at the end of the summer, I'm like, oh my God, you've grown. And so, you know, it gets crazy busy during the year. But in the summer, we always kind of like,
we let our hair down.
We let our hair down. We cook some more. But I think you're amazing. Make sure and follow Bethany at Lil Sipper, LILSIPPER. And check out her line, Bethany's Pantry, and your podcast. It's a wealth of information. That's how we found you. I think a lot of people really, you know, they feel like they have a lot of inflammation, and I'm so happy that we're talking about it, and we're kind of trying to debunk all this stuff on social media that, again, like even just a simple thing is like stevia or natural flavors or, you know, but it is kind of crazy the amount of bloat pills that I've seen come out in the past, even the past, 12 months. I'm like, oh, there's again, they are, I use Armra. Mm-hmm. I love Symbiotica. I don't think they have anything for bloat yet.
I do the chroma.
Girls.
No, I do the chroma magnesium L-theanine like powder at night, and that's phenomenal.
It's so good. Have you ever seen chroma?
No.
It's amazing. If you ever kind of want to do a reset, it's KROMA. They have a 5-day reset, but to her point, they have individual packets. So they have like
they do their own bone broth too.
Their own bone broth.
Okay.
If you're traveling, they're really good. Again, it's
very clean.
Goes back to your point. It's clean. It's whole.
I love that. I love Armra too.
Yeah,
I take that.
You would love Chroma. Check out KROMA.
KROMA. And again, you can do a 3-day, you can do a 5-day, you can do individual. But
they have a butter. It's called the OMG
cookie butter.
And
Lisa is amazing who started it.
You would love the brand. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and if you're traveling and you are bloated and you don't have any supplements, just go to the grocery store, get some cumin seeds, chew on some cumin seeds.
Cumin seeds?
Oh, yeah. Cumin.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
My holistic doctor taught me that.
Again, we got Bethany because of you guys. So DM us, ask us, what you want, and we'll try to help you guys out. You're amazing.
Oh,
yeah, we really appreciate you coming here. And it's an ever-changing world out there.
I think that's the thing I've realized is I have a few girlfriends and I who are always like, oh, hold on, I'm on the toilet. Like there's like 2 or 3 friends that, hers included, that I'll be sitting on the toilet, like talking on the phone with her. I'm like, oh, I have a stomach issue right now.
I'm well aware of her stomach, of her.
She knows my daily comings and goings on the toilet.
And make sure and listen to Bethany's podcast. It's called Digestive. You can get it wherever you get your Apple or Spotify. But again, thank you. You're amazing.
Thank you. You're going to have to come on the show.
We would love to. Yeah.
Would love it.
We'll I'm going to do your Greek yogurt. I'm going to do the 4 ounces
cumin
of the 4
seed.
fruits.
I'm into
the cumin
this.
seeds. I got a lot of takeaways.
You're going to have to come back and give me some results. And
I love it.
Yeah, we would love
I'm
it.
going to get your, we're in summer now. I want to get your cookbook in like August. Here we come. Here we go.
Hot girl walks with no hot girl IBS.
With no IBS. All right, you guys, we'll see you next
week.
Thanks for listening to Lipstick on the Rim with Molly Sims and my ride or die, Emisha Gormley. We are so excited to bring you guys along on this journey with us. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Lipstick on the Rim and at Molly B. Sims. Or you can go to my blog where you can dive just a little bit deeper into my favorite products, trends, and more at mollysims.substack.com. And don't forget to check out our video episodes on my YouTube channel, Molly Sims. This podcast is a production with Sony Music. I wanted to give a special thanks to my team, Rosie Cummings, Kenna Ryan, Safin Kevorkian, and everyone at Sony Music. Don't forget to listen and follow wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss out on the fun.